Hey Serene Sage, timestamps will be in the pinned comment. Aries, so let's find out what are your strengths, your weaknesses, and what advice Spirit has for you. So for strength, I would say with the Empress card, you are very creative, you are nurturing, you love love, okay? You are in love with the idea of love, and it shows in how you like to take care of people, how you are very giving and considerate, very creative, a creative person. You have a lot of great ideas. For weakness, I would say sometimes you are not able to bring those ideas to fruition. You are full of ideas, but are you good at implementing them? You have a lot of plans for yourself, but are you good at actually going after them, after your goals? You have goals. Yes, you have goals. Yes, you have plans. Yes, you have ideas, but what are you doing to make those goals a reality, Aries? What's going on over there? I also feel like you are very giving and nurturing, but I also feel like you let your masculine energy dominate more than you let your feminine energy come out. This looks like it's really dark. I'm gonna try to make it okay. You like to dominate, you like to lead. Sometimes you become like it's my way or the highway, and that becomes your weakness, because instead of working with people, you start working against them, as in you start competing. You're very competitive in nature, and I feel like all fire signs are. Aries is very competitive in nature, and while healthy competition is a good thing, but if you see that you're competing in even like banal cases where there's no competition and it's just like, all fun and games, and you let that turn into a full-fledged fight and argument, and sometimes that can lead to things not working out in your favor, because we do need people. As much as we would love to be able to do everything ourselves, we do need people, we do need society, we do need friends, we do need our colleagues, we do need family. And if you're a boss, you do need employees, you need somebody to work for you. So it's good to be a leader, but like a good leader is a pack builder. You cannot lead when there is nobody there to follow you. And how you can improve, we have time for beginner mind with the porcupine spirit. Now what this card says is that maybe it's just that you have lost that spark for things because you feel a little burnout, you feel a little jaded, you've been doing the same thing for a long time, and now it's time for a change. And how are you going to change things? You are going to start seeing things how you would as a beginner. How when you're just getting started with work, your first day, it's so exciting, it's scary, but it's fun, and it's like you're excited about things. How is it going to work? You're curious, right? Bring that curiosity back, Aries. It's very important, because without that curiosity, we tend to lose our spark. So bring that beginner's mindset, learn things, learn and relearn things. Maybe sometimes we've heard something for such a long time that we end up believing it to be the truth, and we don't even listen to anybody else's opinion about that. Maybe it's time to change that up, switch it up, and see what others have to say, and maybe you just get a whole different perspective about your life and about the universe and the world around you. So that's your message, Aries. Good luck. Hello Taurus, so let's see what are your strengths, your weaknesses, and advice that Spirit has for you. For strength, we have the Page of Cups. Now this tells me that you are a very curious person. You are a very intuitive person, and also you see things in a different light. You have a unique approach to life. You have a unique way of seeing things, and you have a unique way of analyzing different situations, which is so good because sometimes you need a different approach, right? Sometimes like going from A to B is not a straight line. Sometimes you have to pass through different lanes and cross different hurdles and paths and checkpoints and even swim sometimes to get from A to B. That is where your unique way of thinking is at its best, Taurus. So never leave that spark, that little fish that is like the most beautiful thing to you, that nobody else can see that beauty in that fish, but you see it, Taurus, because you're looking at something that nobody else is seeing in that thing. And that is your amazing strength. You always see some good thing in everything. A weakness, it's very weird. We have both the Fool and the Hierophant. The Hierophant is your card, Taurus. The Hierophant is also very rigid. The Hierophant is very traditional in its approach, very old school, even a narrow-minded, Taurus. So it's a pity when you have such an ability to see things in a new light, and then you go and you use only traditional methods and approaches, and you side-eye all the new ways of life. That is your biggest weakness right now, Taurus, where it's like you are wanting to reject all the new ideas in the world, or like this could be very specific to you, Taurus. The ability to take risks has really dwindled down for you. Because instead of taking risks, you want to always go by like the same used path. And I'm also getting, for some of you, you become very preachy. Like you feel like all the lessons that you've learned in your life are all the only important ones. And I'm just getting very like rigid mentality, Taurus, where you're just like, it's like, I know better than you. And Taurus is a very stubborn sign, one of the most stubborn, I think the most stubborn sign actually in the entire zodiac. I'm just getting like this is a very rigid frame of mind that you've been in, and maybe it's time to let the Fool out every now and then. Not all the time, because Hierophant is a great card. There's nothing wrong with the Hierophant. There's nothing wrong with traditionals and like age-old rules and approaches to life, but sometimes you just want to skip the rules and just have a little fun, right? And this is confirmed by the advice card that Spirit has for you, which is the Rabbit Spirit. Now is a lucky time. What this tells me is now is the time for you to enjoy your life. Get the Fool out sometimes. Enjoy life. There is like a time and a place to follow all the rules and implement all the rules and implement all your life lessons on other people and be preachy. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm doing right now, technically. But if you do that all the time, your lessons are going to feel like they're handcuffs tied around somebody else's wrists. And I am sure you don't want that, Taurus. You are called on by Spirit to show your vulnerability. Your vulnerable side needs to come out. And trust that things will be okay. Like there's nothing wrong in a new approach. Just because you've tried something in a traditional way until now and it's always worked for you, if it's not working, then maybe it's time for you to try another approach. Try something different. And it's okay to admit that you don't have all the answers. It's okay to admit that you don't know how to deal with whatever you're dealing with right now. Not knowing can even be like a great place to be in, because you don't have all the answers, and that just brings you in a very like childlike spirit. So instead of acting like you know everything, maybe like embrace the fact that you don't have all the answers. You don't know everything. Be playful, go have some fun, be like, watch a movie, go out, enjoy your time right now. Maybe you have a break. Summer, I know it's summer for a lot of you, so maybe like go do something that's fun. And who knows, maybe all the answers that you're looking for is in actually going and enjoying yourself, and that's going to come up with a new way of seeing things, and that is your strength, Taurus. So don't forget that. A balance is very much appreciated right now. Good luck. Hello, Gemini. So let's see, what are some of your strengths, your weaknesses right now? Okay, this is not like a forever kind of a strength weakness. This is the strength and weakness that you have right now. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you're watching, strengths. Okay, we have the Page of Staffs. See, weakness for Gemini. Weakness for Gemini. What about this one? The Emperor. Okay. To get a clarifier for the Page of Staffs. So for strength, we have the Page of Cups and we have the Seven of Cups. So this tells me that you are not afraid to say yes to opportunities, and that is your biggest strength at the moment, Gemini. Like, the universe is providing a lot of chances for you. Even when you mess up, the universe is giving you more. And what I'm getting is that you are not discouraged by failure. And I say it like that because if you're trying, you're not failing. The fact that you are trying and saying yes to opportunities and doing the things that you want to do without worrying about failure, that is your biggest strength and your biggest success. You know what I'm getting? The universe is giving you chance after chance, and you're just like, gimme, 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 gimme. Gimme, gimme more. Gimme, gimme, gimme more. Anybody else a Britney Spears fan? For weakness, I say you can be aggressive, overconfident sometimes, and that is quite at par with these cards that I say that yes, there is such a thing as being too confident and being cocky even. So there is something like, yes, the universe is giving you chances, but don't let that get to your head, because I feel like, yeah, you can be aggressive and you can let that get to you, and even condescending towards other people or not understanding how privileged you are, because there are people in this universe who are deserving, but the universe is not giving them as many chances as it is giving you. So eat a little humble pie, Gemini, and realize that this is your luck and privilege. And I'm not saying that you're not working for it. Of course you're working for it, and that's great, but realize that it is a privilege. So your overconfidence is a weakness right now, Gemini. Let's see some advice that Spirit has for my lovely Geminis. We have the Lizard Spirit. Dream the world into being. One card from over here. These are like really big cards, like I'm barely able to fit. These are really big cards. We got this. Gemini, with the amount of opportunities that you're getting, Lizard Spirit is just so apt for you right now. Dream the world into being. Yes, you have opportunities, but you know the Seven of Cups is not always positive, because there can be wild animals behind those doors as well. Yes, the doors are opening up, but you're not sure which ones lead to something amazing and which ones lead to something dangerous and scary. It's great that you are saying yes to opportunities, but a positive mind is very important. Your imagination is very important. Even you are even being called to daydream a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. There's no harm in a little imagination, a little daydreaming. In fact, it's fun. And that's how manifestations are made of. A little daydreaming and a little activity on your end as well. And I can already tell that you are activating that brain of yours and you are working it. Think positive thoughts, imagine the best case scenario, and that's what's going to come out of here. And also with gray, endings are inevitable. There is a chapter in your life that is coming to an end, Gemini. Let it be. You don't need closures. You don't need someone to spell it out for you. You don't need that suspension letter, so to say, metaphorically speaking. You know that it's over, and sometimes it's all you can do is accept that yes, you had your experience, a learning experience, and now you can move on to something different, okay? Also, like, this is 37 and this is 38, so you are making that progress one step at a time, Gemini. You don't need to go from step A to step R right away. You can just take it slow and steady, okay? One day at a time, and you'll be just fine. Good luck, Gemini. Hello, Cancer. So let's see, what are some of your strengths, your weaknesses, and advice that Spirit has for you. In the strength position, we have the 7 of Staffs, which is 7 of Wands. So you are very self-reliant. You're able to do a lot of things yourself. You don't need a lot of people to accomplish things. You are a one-man army. It doesn't matter if you're the person standing alone and everyone else is against you. You are going to believe in what you believe in, and it doesn't matter what people say or think about you. And that is a very powerful quality, Cancer, to stand strong even when everyone else is against you, because you believe in yourself and you believe in your convictions, and that's your great strength. For weakness, we have the Page of Swords. So what this tells me is that you're obsessed about someone. And I feel like you're trying to manifest this person by obsessively thinking about them. Make sure that you know what you're trying to manifest, because sometimes, you know, like, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get. And that might not be as amazing as you think it would be. But yeah, the Page of Swords, stalker vibes, Cancer. Are you checking out someone's stories? Everything they say or post, you think it's about you? It's not. It's not. If this person has showed you in ways that they're not interested, respect that. Stop stalking them, Cancer. That's your biggest weakness right now, because you're spending so much time on whatever you're obsessed about. Waiting for their calls, waiting for their messages, seeing when they're online, seeing their stories. It is distracting you from your actual aims and goals in life. With the 9 of Cups, you're very close, so don't give up on your dreams just because love or obsession came in between. The Lion Spirit tells you to be proud, but also be humble. Whatever you achieve is great, but the sense of knowing that you've actually been able to do something for other people, it is priceless. Do you doubt that you can do much good? Are you stuck in a state of scarcity thinking? Do you feel like you are not enough, or that you can't lead, or that you are not enough to achieve your dreams? The Lion Spirit is here to tell you that the antidote for low self-esteem is stepping into that healthy pride. You're looking for some validation, some attention, a little like a compliment, a few praises here and there. The real magic happens when you remember that there is always enough and you are always enough. Give freely to people without having that agenda that, oh, they're gonna do something for me. Like if I do this for someone, I'm going to. It's a very normal human emotion. When you're doing something for someone, then you expect, if nothing else, at least appreciation. And sometimes when you don't even get that, it's just like, oh my gosh, like, did I do all that for nothing? So the answer is no. You didn't do all that for nothing, because the more you do for other people, the closer you are to your own goals. These two cards together, powerful. Ooh, number 9 could be significant. We have this number 9, then we have the 9 of Cups. 7 could be significant. No matter how hopeless you may be feeling at this moment, you need to know that you can and you will survive. No matter how hard it is right now and how unmotivated you feel right now, Spirit is here to tell you that you will survive. Just like the king of the jungle. The power is yours. Good luck, Cancer. Leo, so let's find out what are your strengths, your weakness, and then we have some suggestions that Spirit has for you. So first of all, for strength, we have the 9 of Swords. Now, usually this card is depicted as a weakness, but in strength, what this means is that you have a great capacity to overcome your flaws, to overcome your fears, to overcome weakness. You have that strength in you also, because we have like 2 number 9s here. The 9th card in tarot is the strength card. So for strength, you get the strength card, and that means that you have a lot of courage. You do not hold back, and you don't let your circumstances decide what's going to happen in your destiny. You're very much like, I'm going to do this. I will get this done. I'm going to go after this. I'm going to win this, no matter how difficult your circumstances are or how impossible the task seems. You have that go-getter attitude, and that's your strength, Leo. For weakness, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Generally speaking, this could mean that you have no control over your finances. You're spending way too much money, Leo, so be a little careful there. You don't want to waste your resources, right? And this could also mean like spending money literally, or it could also mean like wasting your resources. Now, our resources are not just physical material things. Our resources are also our mental capability, our mental capacity, our inner strength, our willpower, the people around us, our listening abilities, like everything that makes us stronger is our resource, right? So with this card as weakness, I would say then make sure that you don't have people around you that are sucking your resources away from you. Like if you have a friend who's always complaining, or even a family member who's always complaining all the time, like there is like sometimes you can let people vent out, but if there's somebody who's constantly complaining and then there's no advice that you give them that they take, that's just kind of negative energy that you don't need in your life, Leo. So that is your weakness, that you're giving too much of yourself to someone, and maybe that needs to stop. How are you going to stop that? Here we have in how you can improve is the Canary Spirit telling you to sing your own song. Means nobody is forcing you to do anything. Take your time and think about the things that you actually want and need. What do you want? What does Leo want? What are you going to roar about? Don't let other members of the pride tell you how to live your life. It's time for you to step up your game, Leo. You have that in you. You are strong, independent. You have the willpower. You have the courage. Go and live your life according to your rules. Don't let anybody else tell you who you are and what you can or cannot do. Good luck. Hello, Virgo. So let's find out what are your strengths, your weaknesses, and some advice that Spirit has for you. Okay, we have a few cards here. Shuffle them up. All right, strength, weakness, strength, weakness. Okay, we have the Five of Swords, we have the Seven of Cups, Ten of Swords, and Three of Swords. Wow, a lot of sword cards for you, Virgo. So it looks like you've been thinking a lot. Like, thinking a lot. You are very much a self-made person. You don't need help to do stuff. You are pretty self-sufficient, okay? There is a lot of power in that. When you know that you don't need anyone, you can just count on yourself for things, and that is just an amazing strength to have, Virgo. As far as money is concerned, you are quite independent. In fact, things like a business venture or stuff where you don't need a huge team to do things for you, or you can just do things yourself, like self-employment would be a great career move for you. So if you are thinking about starting a business, this would affirm that. That's a hell yeah. Go for it. As far as your weakness is concerned, we have again 2 sword cards here, and I'm taking 1 card out for all other signs, but for you, 4 somehow wanted to come out, so it just felt right, Virgo. And you know what I'm getting? And I'm getting kind of intuitively this for you, Virgo, and this is not a very Virgo trait, so this is like specific to you, the person who's watching. I feel like you're giving somebody too many chances, or something too many chances, but I'm getting somebody, like a person who has already showed you their true colors and showed you what it's going to be like, and told you in direct, non-ambiguous words what they expect and what they want, and it's not working out for you because you are not on the same page with this person, but somehow you keep wanting to go back. It's like disappointment after disappointment. Things have already ended and then you came back for more, and that is also not going very nice for you, Virgo. So maybe sometimes you need to read the writing on the wall here. If it's not the right person, it's not the right person. Stop giving the same person chances again and again. You know what they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So if this is a repeat thing for you, like it's a circle, and it's time to get out of that circle. You cannot keep doing this again and again. For advice for Virgo, like what do they need to do to get out of this situation? We have the Stag Spirit with take the lead. It means that you're the one, Virgo. You have to end this. Do not expect the other person to do it, because maybe they are getting something from this. Some sort of an ego boost. You keep coming back to them, even though they've told you, no, it's not going to work. You keep going back to them. It's giving something to them. You're giving them your energy. They're sucking it, they're taking it, they're enjoying it. But I cannot blame them because they have told you exactly what they want. And you're not what they want, Virgo. And you keep coming back for more. So now you have to take the lead here and communicate to them. You have to end it. They're not going to end it because they're benefiting from this. One more card, Virgo. Okay, we have the Lavender. Surround yourself with love. Yes, surround yourself with love. And if this is obviously not love. Does this look like love to you? If this looks like love to you, you need therapy. And hey, there's no shame in admitting that. But this isn't love, okay? Love is supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be beautiful. It's supposed to calm your nerves and not add to the chaos. So surround yourself with love. And I also feel like this is confirmation that something better is coming for you, Virgo. Just need to get away from whatever this is that's not working, so you can make space, make room for something that will work. Hello, Libra. So let's see, what are some of your strengths, some of your weaknesses, and some advice that the universe has for you, my lovely Libras. Strength, we have the 10 of coins. For weakness, we have the 3 of wands. You know, with the 10 of pentacles being in the strength position, this tells me that you have a very strong family, a great network, great friends, great connections. This thing has been given to you. You don't have to earn it or fight for it. It is there. You should know what that is. It could be like a strong family, supportive friends, or like a great education, or property that you know is there for you. This could even mean inheritance for some of you. In the weakness position, we have the 3 of staffs, which is the 3 of wands. You're very future focused, Libra. You're not living in the moment. It's great to think about your future and plan ahead, but there is such a thing as doing too much of that. Like if you're too, I feel like some of you watching have FOMO, fear of missing out. Like you're so focused on what to do next that you sometimes ignore what you already have. You're not giving your present blessings as much importance as they deserve. Because what you have right now is very valuable, Libra. And it's nice that you have plans for a better future. All of us should, but your present is going to become your past tomorrow. So make sure that you are living in the moment as well. For some of you, you're using the screen too much. Just saying. So advice, we have the 3 of coins. So collaboration is required over here, and it shouldn't be difficult for you because you have such a strong support system, Libra. So use that, collaborate with them. Networking is coming up for some of you. That would be very beneficial for you in terms of you planning ahead and planning your future. It's something to do with teamwork, collaboration, maybe starting a business with a family member or a friend. Wow, this is amazing. So we have the cow spirit, and I just read the message that comes in the guidebook, and look what it says. Fully embrace this truth by focusing on all you have right now, including the positive relationships that sustain you, the work you are proud to do to contribute to the world, and the activities that inspire you and nourish your soul. Basically, what did I just say? That you're not living in the present. That's what this says over here. The miracles are endless. Fully embrace and focus on all you have right now. So number 3 could be significant. We have 3 number 3s, like 3 out of 5 cards are number 3s, with the 3 of pentacles, 3 of wands, and then this card is also a number 3. 3 is all about collaboration. As I already mentioned, that collaboration will be beneficial for you, and the moo cow just confirmed that we are on the right track. You've been carrying the burden of guilt on your shoulders far too long. It's now like negatively impacting all facets of your life, and it can be very distracting. Forgive yourself, or forgive whoever needs to be forgiven, not for their sake. Like, who cares? we don't care about the other person here. We care about you, Libra. So whatever guilt you're carrying, it's time to just let it go. Let it go. And you have like a beautiful life right now. Focus on that and everything will be fine. Good luck. Why, hello Scorpio. So let's see what are some of your strengths, your weaknesses, and some ways to improve it. Okay, Scorpio, the 4 of Wands in the strength position tells me that there is a very stable relationship that's in your life right now. Now that could be romantic, or it could be your family, parents, siblings. There is like a stable relationship on your side, and you know what? Out of all the strengths in the world, that is like the biggest strength that anybody can have. Just strong, stable, healthy relationships around you. Like, even if you have one person that you can blindly trust, we take that for granted, but actually it is such a blessing because not everybody gets that, unfortunately. For weakness, we have the Tower. So this is telling me that when things don't go your way, your world kind of starts to crumble down in your head. Like you're very easily distressed, very easily disappointed. This also tells me that you have high expectations from things that are not in your control. Because how else would you be easily disappointed? Only when you have high hopes and high standards, or you expect too much from people. And when things don't go your way, you just start questioning everything. You start questioning yourself, you start questioning your abilities, your confidence shatters. If things are good right now, they might not be as amazing tomorrow. If things are not good right now, tomorrow they'll be better. It's a phase, and that's something that you need to remember, instead of like every little obstacle that comes your way, it has like a bigger impact on you than it should. The Empress card is telling me to embrace your creative side, Scorpio. You might not know that you even have it. You might think that you're not a creative person, but you are. Embrace that. Do something that's creative. It doesn't have to be a monetary gain. It can just be something that you enjoy doing, and put that creativity together along with that disappointment, and it is going to feel so much better. Like, get a piece of paper, start coloring, sketching, dancing, singing, the arts, writing, creating anything, like content creation. There's so many ways in which you can be creative, and when you start actually doing something that is fulfilling your soul, like the little things stop mattering as much as they do. So that is a little piece of advice. I'm gonna get a few last messages for my Scorpios. What is, we have Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. Look at that. What did I just tell you? That your world starts crumbling every time you witness a small disappointment. And then we have embrace the in-between. So this disappointment or failure that you think it is the in-between phase. Embrace that as well, because it's only when you see some downfalls that you appreciate the highs. If you don't know what failure is, you will take success for granted, because it's like just another day for you. Embrace the in-between. Embrace the moment that you are in right now. You can always rewrite the story. The power is in your hands, Scorpio. It doesn't matter if you feel like, oh, things are out of control, out of your hand. They're not. You can switch it up, change things whenever you want. The hard truth to swallow is that sometimes the villains win. You know, in that episode of Spider-Man when the hobgoblin's winning, the green goblin's winning, there's a part 2 always, and the part 2 is where Spidey comes back and rewrites that story to make himself the winner again. So just because right now it feels like you're not winning doesn't mean that you should give up or lose all hope. It just means that it's time to rewrite the story and keep going. And it's going to be so much more empowering knowing that things were not going in your favor and you turned the tide in your favor. And that is an achievement that you can celebrate with your loved ones and whoever this very stable relationship is in your life, Scorpio. Good luck. Hello, Sagittarius. You have a very balanced approach to life. You are drama-free. You like to keep things simple, keep it clear. Your communication is clear. You are very much in your Sagittarius energy. Maybe you're not in control of your surroundings, but at least you're in control of how you react to things. For weakness, we have 2 cards for you. We have the Star, and then we have the 5 of Cups. So the universe is providing you something beautiful, something amazing, but you are not appreciating that, Sagittarius. You're still sitting on your bum complaining about things. It's very important for you to show gratitude, because if the universe keeps giving you abundance after abundance and good news and good things, and you're still complaining, it's going to take those things away. Like if you are gifting somebody, you give them something once, you give them something twice, they never have anything nice to say about your gift. They never like it. It either never fits them, or they don't like it, or they say it's not your style, or they're not showing it through their actions that they appreciate it. You're not gonna want to gift them again, right? Maybe you'll try once, twice, thrice even if you're very generous. But the 4th time you'll be like, I don't know what to get them, because they're never happy. That's how it is with the universe, Saggies. They keep giving you, and you keep sitting and crying about things that are not related to this. Soon you're not gonna get anything. So the universe is going to have enough. You don't want to reach that point, Sagittarius. That's your weakness. And that's a little weird, because Sagittarius are naturally very optimistic, positive sign. But it looks like right now you're in that stage where you are weirdly unhappy about things that are very much in your control. So it's not like you have to live with it forever. Maybe it's just a phase. You can always change it or stop it, but you just choose to complain about it. That was a bit of a rant, but you see. Also, I'm noticing that we have a few numbers, repetitive numbers. We have 2 5s and 2 4s. So 5 and 4 can be significant here, Sagittarius. For advice, we have the mouse spirit and we have the cat spirit. How interesting is that? The mouse and cat together. And you know what? Both of these kind of mean the same thing. The cat spirit says, claim your independence. The mouse spirit says, tend to the small things. And both of them, the message that I'm getting is, you are too much of a perfectionist, because of which you are not doing things, because you feel like it's not going to be perfect. That's why I have such a problem with perfectionism. I know it's always considered to be like a positive thing, but in my head, it's never been a positive thing. You know why? Because if you are too much of a perfectionist, you stop doing things, you stop taking chances, because there's always a risk of something not being perfect, or you take too much time. Like I've heard Amir Khan, the Bollywood actor, he's like a perfectionist. He's Mr. Perfectionist. That's what they call him. And I've heard that he takes like 120 takes for each scene, and it takes like 2 years for him to finish one movie, and then it bombs like the last one did. Do you want to waste that much time? I don't even remember what the movie was. But you get the picture. Like, being a perfectionist is overrated, Sagittarius. Sometimes you just want to pounce, like this cat spirit is saying. Pounce on the next opportunity, and you can figure it out later. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to know everything right now. You will learn as you go. So if an opportunity comes to you, Sagittarius, say yes. Learn later. Figure it out. There are like 10 million ways to learn things now. Don't miss out on an opportunity just because you want it to be perfect, because it's never going to be perfect. There's always going to be a better way to do things. I hope that message is clear, Saggies. Good luck. Hello, Capricorn. So let's find out what are some of your strengths, your weaknesses that you are dealing with right now, and how you can improve. Let's get 2 cards for Capricorn. Okay, this one flipped. Strength. Okay, we have oopsie. Okay, this one's stop. Both pentacle cards, coin cards in this deck. We have for strength, we have the Four of Coins. What this tells me is that you are taking care of yourself, Capricorn, and that is your strength, okay? Finally, I feel like the clouds have shifted and you're seeing clearly. In the past, you have felt guilty for it, or somebody has made you feel that way, that oh, you're being selfish. No, you're not being selfish. You are looking out for yourself, indulging even, and some might say that you are maybe spending too much on yourself, but hey, who am I to judge, right? What this card also signifies is that you are being good with your finances. Yes, you're indulging in yourself and taking care of yourself, but you're also being really good and saving as well, because the Four of Pentacles talks about like hoarder energy, right? So it's not like you are just being wasteful. That is why it's a positive thing. You are spending wisely, looking out for yourself, and you're investing at the same time. For weakness, I feel like you're being judgmental about something. You're judging someone. What's going on? Are you like getting jealous of someone, which is not a very Capricornian trait, I would say, but I feel I see envy here. Queen of Pentacles is usually like a good sign, but for weakness, that's how I'm gonna interpret her. Like you're being judgmental, gossiping about someone, being jealous, envy. Like there's something going on here, okay? And do let me know in the comment section if this resonates with you, Capricorn, but that's the vibe I'm getting for you. And what's the advice for you? Like, it's okay to be jealous once in a while, you know. It's a very normal human tendency to be like that. Okay, we have the Bobcat Spirit that says life is a mystery. Let me just get one more card for you. Remember to practice self-love. So if you are getting those judgmental feelings and you are getting jealous of someone, this is what you need to do. What is she doing? She is meditating. She is doing yoga. She is taking care of herself. Because when you start focusing on yourself and your self-growth, you stop thinking about another person's growth, and you start feeling more confident in your own self, in your own skin, and that helps you avoid those jealous tendencies. And I don't want you to feel bad, because jealousy is a normal human emotion. It's not the best, but it's normal. It's like how you feel sad sometimes, you feel happy sometimes, you get jealous sometimes. If you have a pulse in you, you have felt that way, and there is nothing wrong with that. But if you feel like it's getting like too much or too extreme, focus on yourself, your self-growth. Do something with yourself that is going to make you feel good in your skin. Get a makeover if it's the physical aspect, or if what you're jealous of in another person is like, oh, they are so well dressed and so put together. Maybe that's what you can do with yourself. Learn that. There are ways you can teach yourself these things. I know that some people just have it easier, and that's fine. That's life. That's natural, but that doesn't mean that just because you weren't born with it that you can't achieve it. There are ways for you to go about it, okay? I want to read this Bobcat Spirit message for you from the guidebook over here. The Bobcat Spirit tells you this is not a time to reveal your deepest, most cherished dreams and desires to others, but rather a time to be quiet and gentle with yourself. Self-protection is called for, so be discerning, selective, and even secretive, revealing no more than is necessary. People have a way of imposing their opinions on you, so pay attention to whom you surround yourself with at this time. Be watchful and check your own motives as well as those of others as you keep your secrets to yourself for now, rather than expose them to those who may potentially misunderstand your intentions or may not be supportive. The basic thing here for you, Capricorn, is do not share a lot with anyone at at this moment. Achieve things, but achieve them quietly. Nobody else needs to know all of your desires and all of your goals. Like, for example, if you want to lose weight, no need to announce it to everyone. Hey, I am going to lose 30 pounds. You don't need to do that. Do it quietly. Or if you have a dream, a desire, a career ambition, a self goal, keep it a secret. Nobody needs to know everything about you, Capricorn. Even your closest friends. Let it be a surprise. Good luck. Hello, my fellow Aquarius. So let's see what are some of your strengths, your weaknesses, and then we'll see what advice Spirit has for you to improve your situation. This is a timeless reading. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Wands, and we have the Six of Swords. For strength, we have the Six of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So this combination is telling me that you are not one to sit and whine about the things that have already gone by. You're moving on. You're leaving something behind, and that is a positive thing, because you know what? You have been betrayed over here by people you trusted, and now you're finally like, that's it, I'm done. You can't take anymore. And look at the difference here. The Six of Swords, you're moving. You're moving from troubling times, troubling people who stabbed you when you weren't looking, and now you're in this energy, the Knight of Staffs, the Knight of Wands energy. You are confident. You're moving on. You are not worried about what's happening in the past. These are like clear sails for you. You've gone past whatever turmoil, stormy waters these were. You're not turning back. You've been standing with one foot in, one foot out from that door, just waiting for that one little thing to give you a sign whether you're in or out. And you finally got that. And now you're out. You're done. And you know what? No regrets, Aquarius, because you gave this a lot of chances. Okay, now everything's not positive, Aquarius, because we do have a weakness over here. We have the Ten of Swords and we have the Four of Cups. You know, I feel like you get bored very easily, Aquarius. Not Aquarius in general, but you, the Aquarius who's watching. You've been getting bored. And what that tells me is that there is inactivity. You're not doing much. So obviously you're going to get bored. If you're just going to sit in your room, sit on that sofa, that very comfy, cushiony sofa, and you're going to be like Instagramming and just watching videos and reels for hours and hours every day, you are going to get bored, because there is such a thing as too much stimulation, Aquarius. And when you've done something for a very long time, it becomes monotonous. And that's where you are right now. You're getting bored. How do you fix this? You already know how to fix this, Aquarius. You're a very interesting person. You have like 10,000 things that you can learn and do and achieve in life. Go do something. Let's get some more advice for Aquarius. Okay, we have the Page of Coins. You know what? That interesting thing can even lead to you making some extra money. And not that like your hobbies don't always need to be about monetary gains, but there's so many hobbies that we can do, so many skills that we can learn that actually do lead to monetary gains. And in today's economy, why the hell not? That can't be a bad thing, to learn a thing or two about finances. The Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. Yes, take time out from scrolling, Aquarius. You've been spending... Okay, here's a challenge. You know, you have that thing on your phone where you can actually check how much time you spend on the apps. Comment down below how much time you spent on your phone today. We don't need to know about the whole week. How about how much time you spent today? Or on an average. Like, how many hours have you wasted just scrolling through reels on your Instagram? The big bear is telling you to take some time out. Go for a walk. You don't need to start your hobby today. Go for a walk. Go for a swim. Like, you know, do something other than just scrolling through the phone. And you know what else is going to improve once you do that? Your confidence will improve. Don't doubt your worth. And there is nothing that can make you doubt yourself more than social media. Scrolling endlessly like an addict who's on drugs and like you need that dose of the next reel, that is really eating up on, in general, on us as a society, eating up on our confidence. Because when you're seeing these like beautiful, gorgeous models with like 10 filters on their faces all the time on social media, it's very easy to feel like you're not enough, that there's something wrong with you. Like, the constant comparison to other people is not helping anybody. So yeah, don't doubt your self-worth. That's your message, Aquarius. Good luck. Bye. Hello, Pisces. So let's see what are some of your strengths, your weaknesses, and some ways to improve yourself according to Spirit. 9 of Swords in the strength position tells me that there is something that you want and you are willing to lose sleep over that thing. Not literally. I mean, like, you have your eye on the prize and you're doing whatever you can to achieve that thing, Pisces. You go after your goals and it doesn't matter if it comes at the price of your own well-being. Is it like some goal that you've been trying to really achieve and you have given it your all and now you're just sitting and waiting to reap the benefits? I actually want to get a clarifier for this. I clarified the 9 of Swords to only get the 8 of Swords. So what this is telling me is you're obsessed with something, but it's not a bad obsession. It's like a healthy obsession. You want something that's actually going to be good for you. And that resilience is your strength, Pisces. In the weakness position, we have the 2 of Pentacles. So you are juggling. What are you juggling? Maybe you're juggling between a lot of different things, and it is time for you to like be more focused on one thing that is going to be more helpful to you, because it is fine if you are resilient and it's fine if you have your dreams and you're doing everything you can to make them come true, but please don't do it at the cost of your own sanity, your health, because it looks like your health could be affected by this goal that you have set for yourself. This card also indicates a little bit of haste, Pisces. So be a little careful when you are signing any legal documents. Don't just sign them blindly. Make sure you read what is said there literally, and also make sure you're reading the writing on the wall. Don't trust blindly, Pisces, because when you are that obsessed to get something, your own personal goals, it's very easy for other people to manipulate that situation to show you like more dreams and take advantage of that. So be a little careful. I feel like you are being very overwhelmed, and when you are in that state of mind, it's very easy for other people to take advantage of that. So you're vulnerable, Pisces, so be very careful. And you're an intuitive sign. Pisces is the biggest psychics of the zodiac. So make sure that you're not ignoring that talent and that skill that you have, Pisces. So do a little bit of face reading, a little analysis, some objective thinking before you go and trust people. Devil in the advice position. Are you addicted to something? What addictions do you have? Are you addicted to a person? Are you addicted to a substance? Are you addicted to junk food, to your phone? or whatever this thing is that you're obsessed over. Are you addicted to that? Are you addicted to success? Because addiction of any kind is still an addiction. Let's get a couple of more cards. We have the Whale Spirit. Trust the great mystery. You don't need to have all the answers right now, Pisces. Wait it out. It's okay to be patient. Spending too much time on your goals and your dreams, sometimes you need to just take a break and come home to yourself. Sit by yourself and enjoy the small pleasures of life. You don't know everything. And that is the beauty of life. You don't need to know everything. Sometimes you just need to be surprised. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect that to happen. Yes, you know what you want. Yes, you have started to work towards it. Enjoy the process. Trust the process. Maybe you're seeing results right now. Maybe you're not seeing results right now. It's fine. Take one step at a time. Eventually you will. Like if you start eating healthy, it's not like just in one day you're gonna see the benefits of it on your skin, on your health. It takes at least 3 to 4 weeks for you to notice anything, right? That's how it is here too. Trust the process and enjoy the process. Give yourself smaller goals instead of like looking at the bigger picture all the time. You don't need to make lifetime goals right now. Go like one week goals, 10-day goals, or even like if you can't even go 1 week, you can go like, okay, today this is my goal. Start small. Every now and then we need to escape our lives too. Binge watch a show, listen to some music, like read if you like to do that, or just go on a small vacation. All that is totally healthy, but I feel like right now you do need an escape from reality, like a small trip. Take a trip with your friends or family or one person, whoever you trust. Like a short little break will be healthy. The devil talks about self-destruction as well. Too much ambition is also not a healthy thing. Sometimes the devil needs to take a break too. Good luck.